Thanks for joining us on Final Drive TV. We are at round 4 of the United States Touring Car Championship. My name is Becky, and joining me today is Nikki.
It's great to be here. This weekend we are back here at Sonoma Raceway here in Northern California. And boy, are the points close right now in the season. In the touring car class, the top 3 are only 25 points away from each other.
Which is amazing. It's a real testament to the series structure, which is a power-to-weight ratio for these drivers.
Yeah, no kidding. And within those top 3 in the touring car class points, we have an E36 M3, we have a Honda Civic Type R, and we have a Hyundai Genesis. So different drivetrains, different setups, just different cars, all being very competitive.
Different drivers, too. Speaking of those drivers, I think it may be time to go talk to them after qualifying.
So, Sean Milburn, how was qualifying for you today?
Qualifying was all right. I took some time to look for some space. The car was not as fast as it was last time at Sonoma, having a little bit of problem with the front end holding. But we'll try and get it sorted out before the race and see how it feels.
Well, good luck today.
Thank you.
So, Becky Arsham, how was qualifying for you today?
Qualifying was excellent. Car feels dialed in. I'm looking forward to the race.
Sounds good. Have a great day.
Thanks.
So, Fred Snow, how was qualifying? I heard there was a lot of traffic. Tell me about it.
There was a ton of traffic, so it's hard to get a rhythm, but still, it's an awesome day, and with all the travel problems, glad to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you. Good luck today.
All right, thank you.
Ali Arsham, how was qualifying for you today?
Qualifying was good. I tried to time it right. I caught up to some slower traffic a couple of times on my really hot lap, so lost about a second or second and a half there. So it's the best considering, but the stop deck brakes were awesome and the handcooks were sticky. So yeah, can't say the same. You know, this car ran great, so happy about that.
Well, good luck in the race today.
Thank you.
So, Tom Lepper, how was qualifying today?
Very good. I think I went as fast as these tires will allow. We'll see what happens.
Well, good luck. Have fun today.
Thanks. Already did.
So, Gary Sheehan, how was qualifying? Tell me all about it.
It was okay. The car's not quite where I want it. I've got a lot of understeer, which is my most favorite hated balance. I just hate understeer. It was pretty busy out there with traffic too, so we've got some more work to do. Hopefully we'll get it sorted and the car will be, feel good for the race.
Well, good luck today.
Thank you very much.
Hello everybody and welcome to round 4 of the United States Touring Car Championship here at Sonoma Raceway. I'm Ken Anamor, joined by
Rick Nanini.
We're looking forward to a great day of racing. These past 3 races have all been really tied up at the front. We keep seeing the same drivers coming on back, so we're going to introduce them yet again on our ATP grid. ATP is the official memory solution of the United States Touring Car Championship.
So, yes, as you said, this is a very tight race, and once again, on pole position, we have Sean Milburn in the 15 Bay Area Drafting BMW M3. Next to him is Gary Sheehan in the GoGoGear.com Koenig Wheels Hyundai Genesis.
Behind them is going to be the number 33, Vali Arsham in the GoGoGear.com Koenig Wheels Hyundai Genesis. Alongside him is going to be Fred Snow in the number 3 car, also a GoGoGear.com Koenig Wheels Hyundai Genesis.
Next up, we have Gordon Punt in the GoGear.com Koenig Wheels Civic Type R, and he's the last car in the touring car field.
Behind them is going to be the Sportsman field. Starting out is going to be the number 22 of Al Gambetti in the Cobalt, California Chevy Cobalt SS. Alongside him is going to be Becky Arsham, the number 32 GoGoGear Koenig Wheels Hyundai Civic.
Next up is Michael McColligan in the 36 MC Racing Honda Civic. Next to him is Marion Engelke in the Ground Control Systems GAS BMW 328i.
Rounding out the grid is going to be the number 30 car of Tom Lepper in the GoGoGear.com Koenig Wheels Honda Civic.
Yeah, Tom chose to start on the left side in the back just to see. He actually got the top qualifying time, but he chose to start in the back. Okay, as we're getting ready for our standing start, these guys are really getting anxious here as we are waiting for the green. Yeah, this race is going to be all about the start right here. Especially at this track where passing is really difficult.
Yeah, and it seems like Sean Milburn chose the right side for the start of this race. It's really kind of up in the air if you want to start on the right or left side. You can make both work going up the hill, turn 1 into turn 2.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens when the green flag drops.
Yeah, that's a major strategy choice right here. And here we go, green flag, and Sean Milburn gets a nice start. It's a drag race to turn 2 between him and Sheehan.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like they're too far apart. It looks like Sheehan does have some overlap on that outside. We'll see what he tries up the hill.
Here Sheehan comes on the inside, takes a look, but backs off.
It wasn't quite there.
Yeah, behind in the Sportsman battle, we have Becky Arsham leading the field, looks like, in that yellow Civic.
And we're on board with Gordon Punn in the Civic Type R as he's chasing down Fred Snow.
Yeah, it looks like Fred doesn't have much experience at this track, so he's probably going to frustrate Mr. Punn there, as he's trying to get by. But here we are on board with the overall leader, Sean Milburn.
Yeah, and it seems like he's stretching a decent gap here. I think Sean is on new tires. I remember Gary Sheehan being on tires at Buttonwillow that were new, giving him the race win at Buttonwillow. But that's going to be a detriment to him in this round 4 here, where he has to use those old tires.
Yeah, and Sean's technique usually is to open up a big gap and just hold the gap. Looks like that's his strategy for this race. But behind them, we have some competition for second place, as the 3 Genesises seem to be bumper to bumper with each other.
Yeah, stretching out a decent lead here, but we'll see if he can hold it. There's plenty of race to go as he flies into turn 10.
Yeah, he has really opened up a big lead in only 1 lap. Look at that. That is so impressive. Meanwhile, in the back, looks like we have a battle between Genesis and Honda Civic.
Yeah, this is the move for third on Gordon Punn here.
Yes, looks like Punn takes the position away and now starts to charge ahead in that Honda Civic. And we'll see if he can catch up to Gary Sheehan.
Yeah, that's a nice clean pass there going into turn 11. It's kind of hard to get it done there. It takes 2 cars, but those drivers made it work. Good job to Ollie and Gordon there.
Yeah, they are really... Oh, look at that. Actually, he closed up the gap between himself and Sheehan really quickly. And the Milburn is really opened up. Oh, as he goes in the dust a little bit. Milburn is really opened up. There is Becky Arsham leading the Sportsman field.
Yeah, and as always, this Sportsman field generally stays pretty tight. That lead on Becky here, I guess second and third, looks like they're fighting pretty hard here.
Yeah, Marion goes a little bit wide, and that's McColligan in that Civic trying to get on the inside. This is going to be really interesting because especially these 2 are challenging for the points for the championship in overall points. So it's between the 65 car and the 36 car.
These drivers have been getting super familiar with each other throughout this whole year. So they know how each other work, they know what they can do, where they can trust them in certain corners, and they're going to definitely use that to their advantage, especially in these Sportsman cars where you really got to hold your speed if you're trying to make a pass happen.
Yeah, you really, if you slow down, it'll take you a while to get moving again. So yeah, you definitely have to keep going. This is, I believe, like we're looking at McColligan in that green, silver, and orange Civic in 3rd place. But this is your 1, 2, 3 in Sportsman as of now, right now.
Yeah, this looks like where the action's at. Sportsman always has some good action going on. Oh, Michael is
Michael
closing that gap pretty hard.
Michael goes on the inside, yes. Marion went a little bit wide, but he just wasn't close enough to take advantage.
Not much you can do on the entrance to 8.
Yeah, that was really cool, as we have 1, 2, 3, 4 now. Looks like Tom Lepper made up a position and is in 3rd place at the moment in the other Civic.
Yeah, Tom Lepper starting from the back. He's charging through the field, and that goes over to Honda Civic. We'll see if he's... Oh, yeah, he's already caught 1 and 2. So he's going to join this dice up here up front.
Yeah, this guy...
it's all 4 of them, really.
All 4 of them. This race could go to any one of them. All around turn 11. Nice tight lines through turn 11 by most of them. And here we go. Now, let's see if McColligan has anything for Lepper.
Oh, looks like he got a much better exit on Lepper there. So this should be a position, nice and clean.
Yeah, and then the up front battles. So now looks like a battle for 1, 2 and a 3, 4 between the 3 Civics and 1 BMW.
As these drivers all head up the hill, we're going to go ahead and go to a commercial break. We'll see you guys on the other side to watch this fantastic battle.
Watch the show that's about real car builds. Road trips to meet real legends. real garage projects, real tool reviews, and lots of real fun along the way. Watch Real Garage with Andy. Just visit YouTube and search for Real Garage with Andy.
Okay, we're back on board with Gordon Punn as he's chasing down Gary Sheehan. And it looks like he's going to take him on the inside going into turn 7. Yes! Watch out. Gordon, no!
Wow.
He goes a little bit wide. Good thing Gary gave him some room.
Yeah.
That could have been pretty ugly right there.
Yeah, that was quite the move. Super deep on the brakes up the inside there. That's normally, if the other driver turns in, it can definitely cause a collision, but good heads up to Gary. Gave Gordon Punn that space to get through.
Yeah, these guys are teammates, so the last thing you want is for them to take each other out. But now let's see if the Civic has anything for Milburn. But he is way ahead at the moment, so it's going to be a long fight.
Yeah, these two guys he's coming out of turn 11 there, so these two guys are going to have to work together if they want to make up this gap here.
Yeah, and Sheehan looks like a little bit untidy through there. Looks like he had a little problem with a shift. But yeah, as of right now, looks like Punn has opened up a little bit of a gap, but he's got at least 10 more seconds to go until he catches up with Milburn.
Yeah, here's Milburn, speaking of the double, as he goes through 3 and 3A, down into 4. So yeah, looking about, at least a 5-second gap to the lead here.
Yeah, definitely. And he's probably not even pushing. He's probably just taking it easy, managing his tires, and looking at his mirrors to see if anybody's going to challenge him.
Well, one other thing in these sprint races that is pretty common is if you do open up a pretty big lead like that, you still don't have too much that you can pull off of it unless it starts to get lucrative. So he must be running his car at least decently hard, but he can take some of the speed out of it in the corners that might become a problem, such as like turn 10. If he doesn't have to push all the way in turn 10, there's no real reason to. It just adds more risk, and if there's not someone hugging your bumper, there's no reason to use that risk and just squeeze more time that you don't really need.
Well, another thing is because the tires, you're limited in how many tires and stuff you could use, it also pays dividends in the next race where you have more tires left than the other guy if you have some buffer.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's why rear-wheel drive cars also do pretty well in this series with their even load distribution on their tires. Front-wheel drive cars, it can be pretty tough on their front tires making it through this whole race. It cooks them pretty bad, but they do move really fast. As long as you have enough tires that you can use throughout the season, you can make your front-wheel drive cars work. Much like Gordon Punn's doing out here chasing Sean down.
Yeah, it's always a toss-up because especially some circuits it's hard to run front-wheel drive, but then the front drive guys a lot of times they just put new tires on in the front, so they can get away with using 2 tires instead of 4. So, but yeah, definitely it looks like, judging by the BMW's performance, that the BMWs do really well. Although these Genesises are rear drive too, but looks like the BMW's got them covered.
Yeah, and as far as I know, these Genesis in this series. Stop speaking of that. Let's look at the Sportsman fight.
Wow,
these guys are still 1, 2, 3, 4, all within a second.
3, 4 is. Oh, and looks like Lepper is going for a pass on Marion. Marion's going on a pass on the Civic of Becky.
Yeah, they're trying to make it 3 wide going into the braking zone,
Becky
but
takes
they don't
the
make
inside and covers the inside. Locks up her rear wheel, goes a little bit wide.
Yeah, not too bad though. She still kept it on line. Shouldn't hurt her too bad.
Yeah,
using all those brakes though.
This is a great fight there as they are all going for it. Like you say, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just waiting for somebody to make a mistake. Maybe that will decide this race.
Yeah, it's looking like that's what it's going to come down to, is a race of the least amount of mistakes. It doesn't seem like anyone is too strong except for this run in turn 9.
Going into 10.
The inside of 10. This is a scary spot to pass at Sonoma.
Be careful.
Makes it work.
Wow, and now Lepper tries to go on the outside, going into 11, using that momentum advantage. Will he be able to make this work?
That's a hard area to make work, but it looks like he's getting it done. He was able to hold his position.
Yeah, they're side by side. Who has the more power here is the key. Oh, looks like the 32 car pulled it out, and now McColligan takes advantage of the momentum lost, and he goes by. So Lepper goes from 2nd to 4th.
Yeah, it looks like McColligan, good move there. He didn't have anyone to battle, so he used that momentum in the corner.
Now Marion has opened up a small gap. We'll see if she can pull this off as we head into commercial, and we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, we're back, and looks like Marion in that BMW has actually opened up the gap a little bit more, but the fight is getting more intense behind.
Yeah, oh, here comes Sean Milburn catching up to this field. Hopefully he doesn't impede this battle going on in Sportsman here.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have much pressure behind him, so it shouldn't be that bad, but yeah, it's always weird to catch up to a big pack of cars fighting because you really don't want to screw up their race.
Yeah, that's one of the problems with multi-class racing is both classes have to work together to not interfere with each other, but Sean Milburn, coming from driving in the Sportsman class, he knows how these battles go and knows what it's like to be stretched out by a car that's overtaking, so he should know not to interfere with these people, especially when he's got such a gap.
Yeah, and here's Pun in that Civic Type R trying to close the gap to Milburn, but no, the gap is staying about the same, so we don't really see much effort there.
Yeah, and Gary Sheehan looks like he is catching back up to Gordon Pun. So this could be about the point in the race where Gordon's Pun tires might not be working as well as they used to, and it'll give Gary this opportunity.
Yeah, Sheehan looks like he's really working hard, trying to get as much as he can out of the car. But like you say, it looks like he's fighting with grip issues.
Yeah, that's one of the problems when people are running on new tires.
Oh, and Milburn looks like he went by most of the Sportsman field and has one more car to go. Yeah, that Milburn, of course, it enjoys a sizable horsepower advantage because of a different class, so should be able to get by those cars pretty easy.
Yeah, and here he goes. Hopefully he doesn't interfere with Marion here through one of the fastest sections on the track.
Yeah, this is not where you want to catch up to somebody. It's the twistiest part of the track, and you have to be really careful not to have an incident. And
yeah, it gets by fine.
Okay, so that was nice. The battle behind looks about the same still, but Lepper looks like he wants to get inside the 32 Civic of Becky there. But man, she's really making this car really wide, so it's really difficult to pass in this place.
Yeah, passing in the S's is really a challenge unless someone messes up pretty severely or you have a clear advantage on grip or aero or something along those lines. Doesn't seem like any of these cars are too different in that aspect as they come through turn 10 here.
Wow,
all
look
in
at
a
that.
line.
1, 2, 3, and here comes Gordon Pun on this battle now. And this is on board with Michael McColligan. Looks like he's trying to size up the field here to see if he can get by.
Yeah, he's going for the same maneuver, just keep it to himself as he's going to pass Tom Lepper here, who decided to go too wide through turn 11, killing his momentum. He should be able to pull this off, but here comes Gordon Pun. Hopefully he doesn't interfere.
He's trying to make past all of them in one shot, and he does before turn 2. So that was nice, but then that opens up the door a little bit for McColligan, but he backs off and goes behind Becky.
Oh yeah, now Gary's really going to want to get by bad here because he is catching Reza. So hopefully he finds a little hole.
He goes right in between oh boy.
Okay,
one more car. Okay,
yeah,
he made it work.
Makes it by fine. Becky gets on the brakes a little early there to let the faster car by, but it doesn't seem to have impeded her too bad, while Marion runs away with this Sportsman fight.
Yeah, so this is actually a big advantage for her at the moment as Michael looks on the inside but decides against it. So with the race laps winding down, people are getting a little bit anxious, so this could get interesting.
Yeah, at this point in the race especially, I know this is a new build for McColligan, so I'm not sure if he knows if his tires are going to be able to hang in there.
Look at Lepper just shoot past McColligan and goes on the outside.
Yeah, he's all the way on that outside there. Huge run with momentum. There might be something going on with this car in terms of horsepower because every time he gets one of those excellent runs...
Oh, McColligan locks up his brakes!
Everyone locking up going into 7.
Yeah, I think Lepper has some kind of a horsepower issue here because he's definitely faster in the corners, but he just can't make it up on the straights.
Yeah, it seems like every time he's got way more corner speed, but just doesn't have the momentum coming out of it. And doesn't make too much sense unless you're down on power.
Yeah, it must be really frustrating to be able to do all the work on the corners only to lose it on the straights. Here we go, turn 10. McColligan goes a little bit wide. He's looking to the left.
Yeah, he's going to look for the inside here. Oh, but Lepper's covering it. No, it doesn't seem so.
Yeah, well, okay, well.
Oh, Becky pushing a little wide might be a problem, but Lepper doesn't have horsepower, so probably won't be able to make it.
So, yeah, she probably knows that at this point and knows that, and here comes one more time. Lepper goes by, and then Michael goes by him on this front straightaway.
Yeah, and if it keeps exchanging like this, Michael will be in front of Lepper by the time that checkered flag comes out crossing that finish line. unless Tom Lepper can start pulling somewhat of a gap.
Yeah, and then we're on board with Milburn here, just cruising along.
Yeah, it looks by his lap timer, looks like he's in the red, so he's definitely not pushing too hard. Coming into turn 7 here.
Oh, he went a little bit wide. Hopefully he doesn't. The problem is when you get such a big lead, you tend to make mistakes. So the key is not to do that.
Yeah, when you start slowing down, it changes a lot of your timing on when you should be turning in or using the brake and that kind of stuff. So it's really easy for drivers to get a little too comfortable and start making those mistakes.
Yeah, look at Sheehan fighting the car.
Yeah, he's really having to wheel that car. He's definitely has a lack of grip there, especially from third gear. Should be pretty hooked up in that corner.
Well, of course, and this is one of the twistiest tracks in the calendar too. So it's if you're gonna have fresh tires, this is the place to have it.
Oh, definitely. And it is a lot of these drivers' home track as well. So if you got home track advantage and you also have a fresh set of tires, it's going to be really hard to keep up with a guy that when everyone is excellent at this track and someone has a tire advantage, it makes it really hard. Yeah. And it looks like, Sheehan is catching up. We're on board with Marion now. She's leading the Sportsman class and has pulled a significant lead. It looks like all the other drivers behind her are still fighting with each other while she's just had her own room to run.
Yeah, I think that's the key, to be able to get away from this fight as the the three second, third, and fourth place cars are fighting in Sportsman. Now back on board with McColligan as he's sizing up that Civic of Becky Arsham in the front.
Yeah, it looks like their corner speed was just about the same, so I don't think he'll be able to make it work here. He's going for a pass. He is.
Oh, he is going underneath.
For that inside.
He's trying to go on the inside. This time, will he make it? Yes, looks like he made it. So, and he should have the power on to actually get a lead here as Lepper tries to go also sneak in there too.
Yeah, Michael is able to hold this position, so now it's Becky that's going to have to be watching out for Tom Lepper. It looks like he's falling a little bit back in the pack here.
Yeah, so now all Michael has to do is catch up to Marion and pass her in a couple of laps.
Back here with the touring car fight, we have Gordon Pun with a very, very hungry Gary Sheehan looking for his second place back.
Yeah, so I guess the plan didn't work to catch up to Milburn. So this is the fight for second place in touring car between the Type R and the Genesis.
Yeah, unless something happens to Sean, these two guys are going to have to start fighting it out if they want to see second place.
Yeah, so it looks like Gary is pushing really hard, and he may be able to get this pass done if it's... he has a couple of laps to go, so it's getting closer every lap.
Yeah, now he's right on top of him.
Oh, and there we go.
Gordon Pun pushing wide in 11.
Yeah, and here is it. It's a drag race, and see who's got the horsepower advantage here. They look pretty even.
Yeah, the Civic Type R definitely has a lot of torque coming out of that corner with that turbocharger, but Gary, he's making it work up the inside of turn 1 here.
Yeah, but he's on the wrong side going into turn 2. Will he be able to go ahead? And they leave each other room, and he takes it.
Oh, we're seeing a red screen here on Gordon Pun's dash. Is he overheating?
It could be a problem, but well, it's gone away now, but... looks like so now Sheehan is in second place, which really helps his championship points. But it's too big of a gap between him and this guy in the 15 BMW, Sean Milburn.
Yeah, and we're seeing Sean coming down the main straight here as these two guys are now fighting each other as he sees the white flag, so he's just got to do it one more time. He's all red on his AIM Solo 2 lap timer, meaning he's definitely pulling a lot of pace out of this, so all he's got to do is keep it clean one more lap.
Meanwhile, these guys are about to get... and here is the Sportsman battle coming up. Oh, no, this is Al Gambetti getting lapped.
Oh, look at Michael. He's going to catch Marion.
Michael has seriously closed the gap to Marion in only 1.5 laps.
And that's Sean Milburn taking the overall victory, but where we're really looking is right here in the Sportsman fight. Michael did close that gap, but he's not going to be able to quite get it.
Look at that gap, so close. One more lap, and he probably could have done it. Wow.
Touring class. We have Sean Milburn in the number 15. Looks like a pretty dominant victory in the Bay Area drafting BMW M3. Behind him is Gary Sheehan in the Go-Go Gear Koenig wheels, Hyundai Genesis, followed by Gordon Pun in the Go-Go Gear Koenig wheels, Honda Civic Type R. Sportsman, we're going to have Marion Engelke in the Ground Control Systems BMW 328i taking her first victory. Behind her is going to be the number 36 of Michael McColligan in the MC Racing Honda Civic, followed by Becky Arsham in the Go-Go Gear Koenig Wheels Honda Civic. Thank you all for joining us here for round 4 of the United States Touring Car Championship. If you'd like to be a part of the United States Touring Car Championship, visit USTCC.com or check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/USTCC. And we'll see you in the next race.